My name is Jonathan Bruce. I usually go by my middle name, Ethan, though. I was born on December 14th, 1991 in Natchitoches, LA. I'm an only child, and this is my story. Growing up, I was pretty spoiled. Anything I wanted, my parents made sure I got it. One time around Christmas, there was a specific tree ornament I desired. My parents saw no need in me having it. So I decided to pull out the big guns and go to my peepaw and my nana. If I couldn't get through to my mom and dad, they would sway their opinion. I loved my grandparents more than anything. Throughout my adolescence, my dad worked for a corporation called Dish Network, and thanks to his job, our family got to go on many cool trips and vacations. We went to places such as Orlando, Florida, Las Vegas, Baltimore, Maryland, and Denver, Colorado. I definitely had a lot to be thankful for growing up. In grade school, I could have passed as the teacher's pet and even the class nerd. Usually those two go hand in hand, though. I made straight A's and B's all the way up to high school. I didn't have many close friends as a child, but I didn't really care to either. My friends were my action figures and my video games. My parents did, however, make sure I was involved in extracurricular activities. Since the age of 5, my mom got me started playing piano and violin. I quickly decided I could not handle both, so violin went in the trash. Also, they had me playing sports such as baseball and basketball. I had to do little dribblers, t-ball, all that stuff. Through high school, I had a weird variety of experiences through each one of my 4 years. The biggest one was my dad having to go into the hospital when I was a senior in high school, and he had to have surgery for his heart, and the doctor had only given him a 50-50 chance of making it through the surgery, and so it was kind of a life-changing experience for me. Anything that I had previously taken for granted kind of went by the wayside, and I started to appreciate life a bit more, and luckily he made it through that. I had a lot of interest growing up. One of the biggest ones was riding four-wheelers. My parents bought me all kinds of vehicles to ride when I was growing up before I could legally drive on the road. I would ride four-wheelers with my neighbors, and all my friends would come over, and we would make circles around our neighborhood and annoy the neighbors. Of course, video games. I had almost every game system that was available. Played all the classic games, and started out with racing games, and I enjoyed the shooters now, more violent things, of course. Music has always been a big part of my life. Like I said, my mom had me playing piano growing up. I didn't really appreciate it at first. I didn't value the lessons, and I saw it more of a chore than something to enjoy. And now I'm very thankful, though, that I took the lessons, because it got me to where I am today. And I mean, I also picked up guitar thanks to that, and Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero definitely helped in my music. Skateboarding I attempted for a while growing up. Me and my friends would skate around the neighborhood. Didn't really get too far with it. Had a lot of bruises and cuts. Couldn't really master anything on them, so that was given up pretty quickly. I'm pretty OCD. I have an apartment, and my roommate isn't the neatest of people, and I always have an issue with trying to make sure that the apartment's perfectly clean and there's no dust and everything on the walls is set perfectly, and sometimes that gets annoying to people. That's just a problem I have. I argue a lot. I think too much in my spare time, and I tend to take things too personally sometimes, which gets me into trouble and gets people angry at me. That's about it. So that's my story in a nutshell.